looks like in 7 years? Yep. Can you do that? At 10% a month, it's 120% a year.
Talking about the 50 million base.
Yeah.
Can that 50 million our asset base, or are we going to borrow in time that?
We haven't done that yet. This is just our asset base. This is just off what we've got in this room. No. This is real hard asset. Leverage against that, yeah. 150,000 million. 150,000 million! That's $150 billion. So could you struggle along and shelp yourself along for 7 years on 100 grand of free money that you didn't have anyway, that you didn't have to do anything for, that you just signed this letter that's in some big-nosed Tasmanian safe deposit box somewhere on the other side of the world that you never ever got contacted about, you just kept getting checks? Would you be all right to struggle along for 7 years to be part owner of a $150 billion empire? Yeah, what's the exit strategy? Love your work. Because whatever the units were, how many, let's say there's 50 million, if each unit was $1,000 each, that means there's 50,000 units, yeah? So if each unit was $1,000 each, let's say, so there's 50,000 units on offer, each 50,000 units, there's 50,000 units in there, 150,000 million, each unit's now worth what? 30 million. Each unit is worth 30 million. Your $1,000 has just turned into $30 million. You could join the club. You could do whatever you wanted to do, really. Isn't that interesting? What was the figure that I said that the government will get scared about? 30 million. What a coincidence. That's 30 million for every 1,000 that you put in. So if you put in 100,000, if for every 1,000 you put in is worth 30 million, isn't it? Oh, 3 million. Right. So 3 million. That's for every 1,000. So if you put in 100,000, it's 300 million. Yeah? We're going to argue about it or what? Is it 30? Fight. Would you agree that, yeah, exactly, let's not get too anal about it. Because, as my learned colleague down the front here pointed out, we haven't even leveraged it yet. So if we've got 50 million, we can make the interest payment. How much per year would 50 million make as an interest payment on something? I'm going to show you that after the break. A month. Yeah, a month. Yeah. Well, instead of doing that, let's do this. Let's wind it back and say, okay, instead of trying for 10% a month, let's go for 5% a month. So let's halve that. We'll go for 5% a month. But before we go for 5% a month, we're going to leverage this out 10 times. Because we can borrow 500 million. That's at 10%. You'd be able to get more than that. But let's say you could do it 10 times to keep it conservative. Now we've got 500 million. Can you do the math on 5% a month at 500 million for 12 months? Because that was going to take 7 years. That's far too long. What's 5% every month on that? It's 25 million, isn't it? 855 million. Is that all? It's got to be more than that, doesn't it? 855 million after 12 months.